visitors today. I'm going to be making my grandmother's banana caramel pie. And it's more of a banana cream caramel pie, but that seems like a really long title. But let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 bananas and I'm going to slice them. Obviously the riper the better, but if your bananas aren't, you know, super ripe, it's okay. Not a problem. And we're just going to slice these up. And you want to make sure you don't use really green bananas either, because they don't really taste well in this type of pie. You know, you'll get a hard banana. Firm, greener bananas are a little bit more firm. Just gonna slice these up. And in order to keep them from turning black, we're going to need to put a natural preservative on them. You could use lemon juice, or you could use this natural fruit produce protector, and it's just like Fruit Fresh. This is made by the Ball Company, but it's totally safe for eating, and it'll just keep the bananas from turning black. You don't really want black bananas in your pie. But you could use lemon juice. I find the lemon juice sometimes breaks down the cream if the bananas aren't dry, so I choose to use this fruit pectin, this fruit produce. I don't want to stir them too much because they'll start to break down too. So one more banana left. This one has some bad spots on it. Right. There we go. And this is going to be for a 9-inch pie crust. Which, if you want this pie crust recipe for this pie, just, I'm sure the pie crust is going to be in the video right before this one, because I'm going to do a separate video on that pie crust. Alright, we've got our bananas ready, and now we're going to move on to the actual filling. So we need to take 4 eggs, and we just need the yolks out of them. We're going to save the white for the meringue that we're going to use on the pie. Just going to separate these eggs out, get the yolks only. To our yolks, we're going to add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. 1, 2, 3. And this is just going to make it really thick. And we're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, we're going to whisk this all together. We're going to go ahead and set this aside. And we're going to move over to the stove. Now I'm going to heat up 2.5 cups of whole milk. If you use low fat or no fat milk, your pie is not going to be as firm. Okay? And we're going to need to get this milk boiling, a slow rolling boil. And we're going to heat it on medium heat. If you put it up on high, you're going to scorch your milk. This pie is not going to be good. So you really want to make sure that you keep it on medium. And I know it takes forever. Watching milk come to a boil is just grueling, I understand. I'm going to use some vanilla extract in the milk. And this is just McCormick's new organic vanilla. I need to make some vanilla, just haven't been able to find any vodka. So we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla to our milk. And as it heats up, the vanilla is going to it's just going to add a lot of flavor as this heats up. The vanilla extract or the vanilla flavoring is just going to, the more it heats up, the more vanilla flavor that you get, I think. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera, and then once it comes to a boil, we'll come back. Okay, so our milk is starting to boil. I'm going to turn off the heat. And what we're going to do is we're going to get 1/2 cup of milk. And we're going to pour it into our egg mixture here. And you want to temper it. You want to make sure and mix it a little at a time, because if you don't, you're going to have scrambled eggs. And I'm just going a little at a time. Then what you want to do is you want to pour the egg mixture into your milk. So we just tempered egg yolks into hot milk without scrambling the eggs. And you got to work really fast or you're going to have scrambled eggs. So you're just going to let this, I put it back on the stove, but the heat's not on, and I'm just letting it, I think I'm going to put it on like a low here. It really doesn't take a lot of heat to finish it. As you can tell, it's already turning into pudding. And you just want to stir, 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 because you want your pie to be creamy and not gritty. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to this. I'm just going to whisk in the butter until it's melted. Get some ice in a bowl, and I'm gonna to cool this down, I'm gonna take and put this in a different bowl, and we're going to get the custard cooled all the way down because you have to have it cool in order to add the bananas. Okay, so I've got ice around a big plastic bowl, and I've got a glass bowl on the inside because I want it to cool down. And I'm going to pour this custard into this glass bowl. You can't put this in the refrigerator because it would heat up your refrigerator, so you're going to have to cool it here in this bowl. And we're just going to stir it occasionally and make sure that it's, you know, it's cooling down. And by stirring it, you'll make sure if there's any film that forms on the top that you'll be able to get that, you know, incorporated. Okay, so while this is cooling down, I'm going to go prepare the pie crust for our filling. Okay, so now we're going to take our bananas and we're going to fold them into our custard. Pour them in. And this is still on ice, but we're just going to fold these in like this. Okay, the next step is to fold them into the pie crust. Okay, so and now we'll be back to fill our pie crust. I'm going to take our bowl out of the ice. We're going to take our custard and bananas. We're going to fill pie shell. Okay, I'm just going to take some just whipped topping. And I'm going to take a spoon. Now this is whipped topping that's been just thawed. And we're going to take it, stir it all up a little bit. You could put this into a piping bag and pipe this on here, make it really pretty, but I'm going to spread it like meringue. And I think one of these tubs does a 9-inch pie nicely. And we're just going to make sure that we take the whipped cream all the way to the edge of the pie crust. And I'm just going to do some little swirls. Don't lose any of it. And then I'm going to take some Torani's caramel sauce. And I'm just going to drizzle. there you have it. Banana cream or banana caramel cream pie. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll join me next time. Hope you'll try this recipe. If you do, please leave a comment below on how you liked it. Everybody have a blessed day, and don't forget, find somebody to bless.
Nice slice.
That's a huge piece of pie.
It only looks big. This will be gone shortly.